Hi guys, my name is Luis Gonzalez, owner and creative director of Aveda Salons in Denver. This is my guest Tessa. So Tessa's coming in to me today to refresh her highlights. And we're thinking, how can we make this a little bit more exciting? So what we're going to do today, we're going to refresh her highlights around her hairline, as well as bring up some of the highlights that are more progressive in the back. And then we're going to finish off by toning it to a really fun, exciting color. So the first step in today's color is going to be sectioning. We're actually going to be working with the sectioning that we taught you in Technifusion. Today, we're going to begin Tessa's highlight at her hairline. I want you guys to ask yourself a question. How many foils does it usually take you to get from point A all the way across to point B? Most hair colorists use between 3, maybe 4 different foils to get close to the scalp. Today, I'm going to be showing you a way that you can get tighter, more perfect foils following each individual shift of direction of Tessa's hairline. So now that we've finished her hairline highlights, we are ready to finish the rest of the partial. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding highlights right at the hairline and continue to go back in that subsection. Something that most people do when their guest wants to be really blonde is they go in and they pack foils all the way through the subsection. A really cool trick that I like to do is I concentrate the highlights at the hairline where she wants to be the brightest, and as I start going further back in my subsection, I actually start to separate the highlights a little bit more. This will help you get the best bang for your buck. You're not going to be doing too many highlights and she's going to be the brightest possible. So now that we have finished all of the highlights that go in front of the head, we're going to move to the back. What we're going to be doing, we are going to be bringing up some of these diffused highlights a little bit closer to her scalp using a backcombing brush and enlightener. To get your first subsection, you're going to take a diagonal parting and you're going to pick up a nice subsection. Depending on how big the subsection is how chunky or how fine your backcomb highlights are. One thing that I like to do is I like to move this hair around until I can reach that haircut so that when I backcomb, it's going to be even more diffused. You're going to start backcombing wherever you see a little bit of that natural texture. So right here is where her natural texture starts. We're going to take our backcombing brush, backcomb all the way to the scalp. We're going to take our enlightener product in a 1:2 ratio. And we're going to begin by completely saturating the subsection to ensure that we get as much lift as possible. Saturation is something that I feel like a lot of stylists struggle with. So no matter how many times you tell them to saturate, and you feel like your saturation is completely done, a really cool trick to check your saturation is to take your subsection, take your weaving comb, and lift that subsection off. As you can see, there's quite a bit of foil showing through. That means that my saturation isn't yet at 100%. So what we're going to do, we're going to take more of that product and we're going to roll the subsection back and forth until there's no more foil showing to ensure that we get the most amount of lift. Once I'm happy with the saturation, I'm actually going to be using the Hair Color Magic Painting Hairbrush to blend this color up. Using the base of the brush, you're going to move that product up and diffuse any lines that you created when you first applied that color. Ensure that you are wiping your Hair Color Magic blending brush and sandwich your foils to ensure that you don't get any bleach on the hair that hasn't been lifted. I love to enhance my guest experience doing an Aveda ritual. Today we're going to be doing a hand massage on Tessa using Aveda's hand relief. After properly shampooing Tessa's highlights out, we are ready to tone. The first and most important step before toning is applying Aveda's Damage Remedy Equalizing Solution really nice and thoroughly to her entire head to even out the saturation. Ensuring that you have even saturation is going to make sure that your toner takes beautiful and nice and even. Alright guys, this is Tessa's finished look. We finished the style by adding some textured curls to her hair to showcase the dimension that we put into her hair. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Luis Gonzalez Hair Color and watch out for more videos to come. Thanks.